What is going on, guys? My name is Randy, and you're watching the Randy Talks Mets channel. Where your latest Mets media. Anything to know about the New York Mets on this channel. Guys, we got to get it started here with some big news, some big news, and that is Nolan McLain getting the call up. Yes, the New York Mets are calling up Nolan McLain, top prospect for the New York Mets. This is amazing news for the New York Mets. Obviously, with Frankie Montas and struggling as a starting pitcher, they want to call up Nolan McLain on Saturday. This is a big call up. Nolan McLain is a guy that overall this season 8-5 with a 2.45 ERA, 127 Ks on the season, and that is 113 pitches pitched this season. Nolan McLain is a guy that has a fastball that's an elite fastball. Tops at around 97. He has an elite sweeper. That sweeper is amazing. It's an RPM of 3,000. It literally moves like this. It's so crazy how that pitch moves. But this is huge news for the New York Mets. As you know, the New York Mets, for Frankie Montas, it hasn't been a good marriage so far between the New York Mets and Frankie Montas. And Frankie Montas has been absolutely horrible. He has not been good. He's not giving you consistent, really good starts. So they want to call up Nolan McLain. They're going to move Frankie Montas to the bullpen. And Nolan McLain is going to get the start on Saturday. And he's going to be facing the Mariners. This is huge news for a guy that was drafted in the 2023 round, man. So I think Nolan McLain is going to be good. We got to see it to believe it. But this guy, there was either two options, Nolan McLain or Brandon Sproat. In the Mets, they wanted to pick Nolan McLain because his start literally lines up perfectly. It's not 5 days of it's literally perfect. Like 9 days of rest Brandon Sproat would have had. And this start for Nolan McLain lines up perfectly. So 5 days of rest. So that is what you want for a starter. You don't want him to be uncomfortable. You don't want it to be abnormal. And to me, I love that the Mets are calling him Nolan McLain. And I hope this kid does good. I hope this kid, I don't want this kid to put a lot of pressure on himself. Just pitch the way you were pitching in AAA. Don't change nothing. Don't change a thing. Don't nibble. Pitch the way you was pitching and just see if it works. If it works, it works. At the end of the day, some guys, when they come from AAA, when they nibble a little too much. They're a little scared to really show their repertoire. But to me, I think Nolan McLain is a guy that can get a lot of swing and misses. And he's a guy that Jeremy Hefner loves. So, to me, I think Nolan McLain, this is a huge call up for the New York Mets. And I'm happy for the kid. He's only 24 years old. And we knew that they were going to wait. Well, at least if you didn't know, there's a date that they have been looking for. And that is August 16 or around August 15, August 16. And that is the date of that you have Nolan McLain. Let's say you call up a prospect. Now you have rookie eligibility for the next year. So you don't lose a year of service time. And that is why the Mets were doing this little show with Frankie Montas. They saw that he was really struggling and they were like, okay, we're going to wait a little bit. So they gave him an opener, and Frankie Montas came out of the bullpen and still didn't do really that good. So this is why they've been waiting for this date. And it is what it is with the New York Mets. I know not a lot of Met fans are loving David Stearns and his decisions and the fact that he signed Frankie Montas. But now you got this guy, Nolan McLain, and I think this guy's going to be a huge prospect for the New York Mets. And I think Brandon Sproat is not too far away. There's still a possible way that Brandon Sproat could be on this roster when the September call-ups happen. So we will see what happens, but really good news for Nolan McLain. Now let's get into what I want to get into next, and that is Paul Blackburn. Yes, Paul Blackburn, guys, is back with the New York Mets. The Mets have optioned Justin Hageman, who just pitched 4 really good innings and saved the bullpen. But we know how it is with these guys. These guys are swing guys. These guys are just guys that you just use, and then you bring them down, and then you bring them back up. That's what this is. And Paul Blackburn, to me, is another guy that I never thought was going to be good. I didn't like the pickup when we got him last year. I don't like him now. I don't think that he's going to be a great pickup for us this season. This season hasn't been good. He gets injured a lot. But what I will say about the New York Mets and the fact that it's been over 54 games that no pitcher, well, only one pitcher, David Peterson, has pitched 6 innings or later. And that is crazy to say. Out of all these pitchers, Senga, Clay Holmes, Frankie Montas, Sean Manaea, all these guys can't go 6 innings or later. That is a sad stat. And to me, I think that the New York Mets, maybe this putting Frankie Montas in the bullpen, putting Paul Blackburn in the bullpen is going to help this innings. And maybe it could be a bridge to the real super bullpen. So maybe this could work. Maybe this could not work. But at the end of the day, we will see what happens. We will see what happens. This is what they want to do. You got Paul Blackburn still on the contract. You got Frankie Montas still on the contract. You still owe him $17 million next year. So it's not like you're just going to get rid of these guys and not use them. So it makes sense, the fact that you want to put Frankie Montas in the bullpen. And with the August 16 date, it makes sense about the rookie eligibility for Nolan McLean. So good news for the Mets. Nolan McLean is here, but Paul Blackburn is now back with the New York Mets. He is going to be available tonight in tonight's game. But then we got to get into our last topic of the day, and that is Clay Holmes. Clay Holmes, guys. I mean, to me, Clay Holmes, he just hasn't been that great. It's been an okay transition from bullpen to starter. It's been an okay transition, but man, I mean, yesterday's game against the Atlanta Braves, going 3.2 innings, allowing 6 hits, and allowing 5 earned runs and 5 walks. I mean, you got to be kidding me with Clay Holmes. You can't even pitch 4 innings? That is horrible. Horrible for the New York Mets. The Mets have another problem with Clay Holmes. All these guys are problems. Frankie Montas, Paul Blackburn, and Clay Holmes are problems. Now, to me, Clay Holmes, to be fair to him, it's not an easy transition what he's doing from bullpen to starter. It's not an easy transition. But he has done it okay. He was really good in the beginning of the season. But as you know, it's 162 game season. It's a long season. And his health has been good, but he hasn't been good in the second half. He hasn't been good. You can see he's getting a little tired. You can see his control is off. And to me, the Mets, they got to see that. They got to see that. And I know there was an idea that somebody, I forgot who said it on Twitter, but Clay Holmes, with the struggles and what he's going through, and apparently he says he's okay. He's okay physically. The Mets have asked him multiple times. He said he's okay physically. But the September 1st, when you can expand the roster, Clay Holmes could go to the bullpen. He could. Now, I don't know exactly how this is going to work if you have Paul Blackburn, Clay Holmes, all these guys in the bullpen, Montas. I don't think that's possible. You're going to have to DFA someone. And I think Paul Blackburn is a guy that is not going to be really on this team in September. So we will see what happens. But I just want to ask the question, how long is the Clay Holmes leash as a starting pitcher? Is it until September? What do you guys think? To me, I think they are waiting until September to make that transition back to the bullpen. because he's over his innings already. So it's something that, is good to discuss, to be honest. But man, at the end of the day, if you enjoyed the video, definitely do me a favor. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about these guys. Let me know what you guys think about McLain, about Clay Holmes, Paul Blackburn. Let me know. And yeah, man, at the end of the day, let's go Mets. I'm out of here.